Picture this. You open Xbox Cloud, click a game you own, and instead of play, you get watch an ad for 1 hour of playtime. Not a free-to-play game, not a demo, a game you paid money for. And immediately your brain goes, wait, so I own the game, but I'm renting the permission to use it conveniently. Yeah, that's why this rumor has people side-eyeing their consoles like they just heard them whisper, microtransactions. Because the talk right now is that Microsoft could be testing an ad-supported cloud option, possibly tied to streaming games you already own digitally, with a time limit per session being the part that freaked everyone out. And if this is real, it's either the smartest cheap entry point move Xbox could make, or the start of a really annoying future where your gaming sessions feels like you're topping up prepaid credit. Before anyone clips this and goes, Xbox confirmed ads. No, this isn't some stage announcement with Phil Spencer walking out like, good evening, gamers. Enjoy this Pepsi. It's reported, leaked, spotted messaging kind of stuff. The type of thing where you can tell it wasn't meant to be seen yet. But the basic claim is pretty simple. Microsoft may be experimenting with an ad-supported tier for Xbox Cloud Gaming. It could let people stream owned games without paying for Game Pass. And there's talk of 1 hour sessions tied to that ad-supported access. So not ads injected into everyone's gameplay tomorrow, more like a free-ish way to use cloud, but you pay in attention. Still a massive shift. Because once ads enter the ecosystem, they don't usually just leave politely. Cloud gaming is cool, but cloud gaming is also expensive. Like, not buy a console expensive, more like you are actively burning money every time someone presses play expensive. Servers, bandwidth, maintenance, scaling, regional performance. Cloud is basically, let's run a gaming PC for you somewhere else and hope your Wi-Fi doesn't fold under pressure. So Microsoft has to monetize it somehow, and there are only a few ways to do that. First, subscription, which is Game Pass. 2, pay per use, which nobody wants. And 3, ads, the internet's favorite solution to everything. And the moment you think about it from Microsoft's perspective, ads start making a scary amount of sense. Because if they can get millions more people using Xbox Cloud, even casually, that's more people inside the Xbox ecosystem. More accounts, more store purchases, more attachment, even if those people never buy an Xbox console. That's the quiet strategy here. Xbox as a platform that lives everywhere, not just a box under your TV. Now, ads in cloud gaming sounds like one thing, but it could mean a few totally different experiences. So the first version, you watch one ad and get a timed session. This is the least offensive version. It's basically watch 30 seconds, play for an hour. Version B, you get ad breaks mid-session. If they do this, I'm sorry, that's just TV with extra steps. Imagine you're mid-fight, you're locked in, your heart rate's up, and the screen freezes to show you a mattress commercial. That's the kind of thing that makes people uninstall out of spite. And lastly, ads everywhere in the interface. Not as dramatic, but it's death by 1,000 cuts. Sponsored tiles, promoted games, limited time banners. It turns the dashboard into a shopping center. If Microsoft is smart, they'll try version A first because it's the one people will tolerate. But here's the real question. Who gets ads exactly? Only people using the free tier? Or does it become standard plan has a few, premium plan has none over time? Because that's where things get slippery. The bigger issue though, it changes what owning games feels like. This is the part that matters more than ads themselves. Digital ownership already has that weird vibe where you own it, but you don't own it. And cloud makes that even weirder because cloud is convenience turned into a service. So if Xbox lets you stream your own library without a subscription, but with ads, you're basically teaching people a new idea. I don't need hardware, I don't need installs, I don't need storage, I just need a screen and a tolerance for ads. That's a huge shift, because once cloud becomes normal, the console becomes optional. And if the console becomes optional, Microsoft wins either way, because you're still buying games in their store. This is why this is bigger than, haha, ads bad. It's about Xbox turning into a storefront plus service layer that follows you around. Okay, but there is a world where this is actually good. I don't want to do the lazy corporation evil thing because honestly, if this is done right, it could be genuinely useful. Here's 3 ways. First, cheap entry point. People who can't justify Game Pass every month still gets access to cloud convenience. Second, less commitment. You can stream something quickly without thinking, am I getting my money's worth this month? And third, instant access beats installs. Some people are sick of updates, storage management, moving games around like they're packing luggage. If ads are the trade-off for convenience, some players will happily take that deal, especially casual players. Alright, now the nightmare scenario. But the fear isn't one ad, one time. The fear is ad creep. It starts with free users only. Then it becomes free users and the cheaper subscription tier. Then it becomes, look, it's just a few ads, okay? Then suddenly you're paying to remove ads from something you already paid for, and everyone's acting like that's normal. Also, timed sessions change how the whole thing feels, because if you know you've got a 1 hour window, you're not exactly relaxing, you're speed running your enjoyment. And depending on where you live, like Australia, where internet can be amazing one day and allergic to stability the next, the idea of watching an ad just to buffer is going to feel like a joke you didn't agree to be a part of. Then there's the other elephant in the room, targeting and data. If ads are involved, people immediately start wondering what gets tracked, what gets linked, and what gets profiled. Even if it's fine, even if it's normal internet stuff, perception matters. So here's my honest take. If this is optional, clearly separated, and generally meant as a free-ish cloud access lane for people who don't want a subscription, this could be a good move. But if this becomes the start of ads being normalized across gaming services in general, we're walking into a future where everything becomes watch this to keep playing. And I'm not trying to sound dramatic, but gaming is one of the last hobbies that still feels like I pay once, I relax. The moment it starts feeling like a job, people will leave. So I want to know your line. Not the fake, comment below, smash like thing, genuinely. Would you watch a short ad to stream games you already own if it meant no subscription? And what's the hard no? Pre-roll only? No mid-roll ever? No ads on paid tiers? Or are you just completely out the second ads touch gaming? I'm curious because I can see this going two totally different ways depending on how people react.